And another new poll could spell even more trouble for Biden and Donald Trump. It shows the majority of Biden supporters and 29% of Trump backers are open to other candidates.
Pollster Lee Carter is the president of Ms. Lansky & Partners, and she joins us now. Lee, good morning to you. Loyalty not written in stone here, so how should we view these numbers?
Well, I think there's a couple things. One, I think some people are going to try to look at this and say that means that Trump or Biden shouldn't run and that there's other options. What I look at these and say is that the support is very soft for these candidates, specifically with Joe Biden, with 51% of people saying they're open to other options. That means they're not strongly supporting him. And that's a big problem for a couple of reasons. One, it could translate to poor voter turnout. Two, it could just turn to people just tuning out entirely. And really, he needs every one of his supporters to come out and vote. He won by a very narrow margin and with some audiences that he's lost since the last election. And so if he doesn't keep that support, keep that momentum, he could have a lot of trouble winning again in 2024.
The drumbeat from the left to get Biden off the ticket grew deafening this week, Lee. I mean, with that David Ignatius article, that just, I think, blew a lot of people out of the water, echoed what we've been talking about on this show for not just months, but years at this point. These numbers that basically show half the people are open to somebody else, these do not do him any favors. Do you think the culmination of all of this means months from now, we're going to look back at this is the week that Joe Biden was ultimately kicked off the ticket?
You know, it could be that we're going to get there. It doesn't seem that Joe Biden is showing any signs of hearing that people want an alternative. This message has been out there for a while. 70% of voters have said, and this is across, Republican and Democrats, have said they want somebody besides Joe Biden. 51% now of his own supporters. You're seeing the pressure now come from the press, from other candidates and beyond. He's spending $25 million on a campaign right now to prove that he is fit to run. He's not backing down. I don't see any sign in this moment that they're even trying to put somebody forward, and we're really getting close to time. As David's article said in the Washington Post, the reason why he's doing it right now is time is running out. If you're going to put somebody else forward, you've got to do it now, and they've got to do so in an organized manner. But I really am not seeing any signals that this administration is backing away.
Yeah, and looking at the second place candidates here, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis received 12% support. On the Democrat side, RFK Jr. received 11% support, so virtually the same in polling, but the parties are treating them very differently. Ron DeSantis really is seen as still a potentially viable candidate. He's still in the mix. Democrats have completely dismissed RFK Jr., though. Why is that?
I think a lot of people don't consider him to be a viable candidate for whatever reason. I think that the Democrats have really rallied behind Joe Biden, said this is going to be our candidate. We're not taking anybody else seriously. He is the incumbent. If he chooses to run, that's what we're going to do. And so they're not taking anybody else seriously. I'd be very interested if you started to put some other candidates out there, some governors from the Midwest, if you put Governor Gavin Newsom on there, how that would rank up against Biden. My guess is you'd see even more significant numbers and a softening even further of Joe Biden's numbers and his lead.
Yeah, and we have Dennis Kucinich, RFK Jr.'s campaign manager, coming up later in the show, so we'll ask him about that. Yeah,
what he has to say. Meantime, Andrew Yang back in the news, being talked about as a potential no labels candidate. You all know that's the third party that is thinking about putting somebody up there. There are the other possibilities: Sununu from New Hampshire, John Huntsman, Hogan from Maryland, and Joe Manchin from West Virginia. Do you think, out of all these people, Yang is the best chance for no labels if they do decide to put up a candidate?
I think no labels right now really has a big problem, because I can't imagine that any of these candidates are going to perform any better than Joe Biden or Donald Trump. I think what it could do in this case is really eat away from Joe Biden. And that would be, I think, what their stated mission is to say, if it is Donald Trump who's going to be the candidate, they want to put somebody else out there. I think ultimately, whoever on this list was, it would really come and pull from Joe Biden, not from Donald Trump.
Yeah, and just a few more numbers here. This poll gives President Biden a 39% approval rating. Quinnipiac poll, by the way. 49% of voters say the price of gas and consumer goods are the economic issues that worry them the most right now. Lee, thank you so much for joining us.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.